Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching. I had such a great message and it stopped recording like halfway through. And I got to the end and I didn't even realize it. So I know it's an important one. So I'm going to go through it again because I feel like so strongly that somebody needs to hear this. So this message is for somebody who has undergone so much change. You're in the energy of the phoenix, rising from the ashes, leaving behind old ways or like ways of thinking. I also picked up on old addictions that somebody is in a period of sobriety from. Your intuition is so strong right now, and walking away from either an addiction or a toxic environment or a relationship, whatever that was preventing you from being in touch with your intuition. So now that you have cut that off and walked away, your intuition is so strong, your mental clarity is strong. You're receiving these like confirmations and signs. You could be having dreams about this as well. I picked up on that very strongly. Somebody is having dreams. They're being shown signs in dreams. And this is to confirm that you are on the right path. So we have a lot of Scorpio and Leo energy. And this is like a total rebirth. So much so that the people around you don't even recognize you anymore. And you might not even recognize yourself. Maybe you always felt like very insecure and fearful of change. And now you're actually embracing that change and you're seeing it as a blessing. So something chaotic happened or is about to happen. And I saw somebody getting swept up in a wave, being tumbled around in the water, not knowing which direction is which, and being fearful of all of that change and that chaos. But that is here to make space for something new and fulfilling to come in. And you have some kind of hobby or skill that you've been working on and developing, and you never really thought of it as like something that could actually bring you financial support or stability. You might have doubts as to how this would have any value to other people, or if people would even be interested in it. But it's something that you do that you have a unique perspective on, or your touch in that is unique. Whether it's maybe you write music or you sing or you're writing a book, there's something about the style that you do that people are just going to be drawn to. They're going to love it. And not only that, but it's going to bring a lot of healing to other people. So you're a natural leader, and you're a pioneer, and you're a natural healer. And you might not even realize that about yourself yet. But your experiences that you've been through have caused a lot of pain. And you've been able to take that and turn it into healing. And you're being urged to share that with other people. So for those of you who you feel like you're in an environment that is chaotic, or it's bringing you down, or it's toxic, you are a reflection of your environment. And it's been really hard for you to continue to vibrate at a higher level because those around you are not vibrating at the same frequency. And I feel like God is bringing in some kind of change that's going to feel really scary at first. So it might be like you're getting laid off from a job. Or I also picked up, like, if you are an addict of some sort, struggling with drugs or alcohol, you might get into some kind of legal trouble that feels really scary. And it's going to be a wake-up call for you to realize, like, that the way that you're living your life is not serving you. And the people that you're surrounding yourself with aren't serving you and your higher purpose. I feel like you don't see your own value. You maybe have surrounded yourself with people that don't want you to see your own value and have made you feel like you're not worth better than what you've been given. But God is saying you are worth far more, and your impact is going to be so much greater than you could ever imagine. This is all like a mystery to you. You're kind of being kept in the dark as to like how impactful this important decision is going to be for you, because your faith is being tested. So this is for somebody that's receiving clear confirmations. You've been nudged to either walk away from something or to put whatever it is you're working on out there for others. And you can't see the next step ahead of you. And if you're like a type A kind of personality where you like to plan everything out in the exact order, in the exact time it's supposed to happen, it's not going to happen the way you think it will. So you have to release that sense of control. You might be afraid of not having that control over each step in the process. But you're being urged to release it to God and allow Him to guide you each step of the way, not fully knowing what the next step is. To just take it like one step at a time. I feel like you know ultimately what this is that you're very skilled at, and you've done a lot of research, you spent a lot of time doing it. This is something that you could spend hours doing and it feels like 15 minutes has gone by. It's something you're really passionate about, you're curious about. It doesn't feel like work. And you never thought that you could be so happy doing something and it still be like a source of income. But that's exactly what this is. You have had to put up boundaries around certain people, around people that you felt like you were giving to continuously, and they weren't giving you anything back in return. There was no equal give and take. So you're being asked to put up boundaries against those people while still being open to either meeting new people that will be on the same vibration as you, or being open to the people around you that are giving as well. But it's important to protect your emotional space and put your time and energy into those relationships that are fulfilling. I'm trying to remember like what else, because I picked up on a lot and it was like such a clear message, and it just didn't want to record. So yeah, it's important. One big thing here, it's important to just trust God every step of the way, that He has His hand in all of this, that He is leading you through all of this. And even if it feels like something that, like terrible that's happened, like getting fired, you're going to look back on that situation and you're actually going to be grateful for it, because if that hadn't happened, you would not be in this place of like total fulfillment and peace and abundance, doing something that you love and making money doing it. That's what this is. It's going to feel like a really sudden change. But it really is for the best, and it's necessary. And also, like, just know how powerful your manifestation abilities are right now. The veil is so thin for you at this moment that whatever you're choosing to focus on, you will manifest. So if you're past this point, maybe this chaotic thing has already happened to you, and you're in this like in-between period where you haven't quite started with this new project yet, but you're still kind of hung up on something from the past. Like you're missing certain things. You're looking at the past with rose-colored glasses. So you're kind of forgetting about some of the toxicity and you're missing some of the good aspects. But you have to continue to trust that God has something better for you in the future. No matter what you've walked away from, or I feel like you're really doubting yourself. You're the kind of person, you don't like change. You would be happy doing the same thing every day for the rest of your life. But God does have a better plan for you. You weren't meant for whatever this is in your past. And once you have it, you're going to look back and wish you had done it sooner. Not in a way that you're hard on yourself, because, it's all in divine timing, and God has an infinite amount of patience for us. And he's just waiting for you. You need to just ask him to open the doors and be willing to walk through them when he opens them. And that's what will bring all this peace and abundance to your life. Whereas, the chaos has been what's been comfortable for you. Maybe you've been around that all your life, so peace actually feels like scary. But you were meant for more than that. And you're going to find a new community of people who support you and respect you. People are going to look up to you as a leader in some way. You have this huge heart for others. You want to share love and healing with others. But you're being held back in whatever this is, that whatever situation or addiction was holding you back. So you're being asked to release any pain from the past. And I also picked up if there was an addiction involved, if it's drugs or alcohol, people turn to that to numb the pain. And so it's common after a point of sobriety, a lot of things from your past will come up and kind of haunt you. And it's important not to sweep that under the rug or try to forget about it. Take the time to grieve that as long as you need, and to share love with yourself and compassion for yourself. You might be the kind of person that it's so easy to show empathy for other people, but when it comes to the pain you've experienced in the past, you're really hard on yourself. But part of that phoenix spirit is looking at yourself in a new way and seeing yourself from a new perspective. You're human just like everyone else. We all make mistakes. We all fall for lies at some point. And you're wiser now, and you're stronger, and every battle you've been through has only made you more resilient. So it's important to make sure if you're getting a lot of confirmations or you're having these dreams, make sure you're writing down these things, because this path that you're going on, you're going to be met with obstacles, and it's going to create doubt. You're going to have doubts in yourself, doubts in whether this really is what you're supposed to do. I don't think, for some of you, you might see success immediately. For others, it's going to take faith to continue taking it one step at a time, and it might take a lot of time before you see success. And it's in those times that you need to turn back and look at these messages and confirmations and dreams you're receiving as a way to like reignite that passion and that confidence and that self-love. So I think that's really important for someone. I think that's pretty much the gist of the message. So I hope it helps. Claim this message as your own because it's an amazing one. And if it resonated, make sure you like the video, leave a comment below, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more in the future, and I will see you for the next one.